Meredith MD on site for you.
Well, hello.
Also, Rich, the emotional support animal, is here.
I got hugs and a shoulder to cry on.
And you got OlrandO-GBYN to answer your questions. 888-429-0941. Anything you want to ask us, you can shoot us a text or call, and we can get in with some sort of advice here. Out of the 813 Freaks, I'm going on a date with somebody I know from talking on the gram. We've gotten to know each other, and after asking her, she said yes, she'll go out, but now I find out a little bit more. She says that she is autistic. I'm not tripping, but what should I know before I go out? Because I want to make sure that I make the best impression.
Well, that umbrella is quite large. So, I mean, I would definitely, if you still like the person, I would go out. It could be a slight, you don't know what's going on. So really just sitting down, having a conversation. I wouldn't bring it up first, but let them eventually just bring it up. And if it's a concern for you, I would somehow eventually bring the topic up so we could hit on it.
Go on a date, man.
Yeah.
You asking what should you do to prepare for a date like you normally would.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, and okay, or if I'm going to give you advice, listen. That's what you should do. You should go on a date and you should actually listen, because they're probably going to tell you about, if you've been talking to her and she hasn't told you, that meant that, you know, she kind of wanted to feel you out. Now, if y'all going out, it might be more obvious. So, you know, don't guess, but listen. She'll probably explain it to you as y'all are sitting there getting to know each other. But like, just like you would get to know a date, get to know her or him or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, holla.
It could be something very slight, maybe like a social thing. You know, everybody's very different when it comes to using the word autistic, autism in general.
Yeah, there's a wide spectrum. You know, just let them share with you what they need to share.
And
you know,
obviously, it sounds like you're not very educated on it, so this could be a good learning experience for you. Ask the questions that you want to know.
Yep.
There you go.
Out of the 727, tell me if I'm overreacting or if my concern is real. My husband takes our 6-year-old daughter to the bathroom while I was outside in a place and could not be reached or notified. He took her in there. My issue is that when I'm near, I want to take her to the bathroom because my concern is that he goes number one in front of her at that moment. That's my biggest concern, is her seeing him do that. Am I overreacting?
Yes. You probably are, but I might be old school with it. But, I mean, I think your family unit, like, there's not a lot of looking and whatever. I mean, he's, you know, it's a cumbersome thing to take a kid and go at the same time.
Right.
Because you got to watch them, make sure they're not touching things that are dirty, but you're also trying to go real quickly.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure, you know, if dad is who you think he is, he's protecting, you know, everybody's innocence in that kind of situation and just doing what's necessary.
I would say have a little bit more confidence in dad and him knowing that he's probably covering himself up in front of her and not putting her in a situation like that.
That's exactly
But
what I
a
said.
6-year-old.
I'm just saying it a different way.
But like a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old, they're going to be like, Daddy, what is that? Ew, that's gross, blah, blah, blah. So I understand mom's concern for being like, listen,
That's
if I'm
also
around,
life,
I'll take
though.
care of it.
Ain't that life?
Yes, it's just a body part.
But isn't that normal? Like, you know, like if she's even with mom, hey, mommy, what's that? They're inquisitive kids. I don't think dad wants to be in that answer situation, but if it's an emergency and I have to go and she has to go, we have to figure it out. But just know that who I am, I'm not going to put our kid in any kind of weird space.
Turn your little ass around. I got to go to the bathroom.
Hey, go stand over there. Don't you
Right.
touch nothing right here. Daddy got to go. Now, daddy don't have a parent to take care of him, so you stand right over there and don't move. You can do that.
Yeah.
That's definitely overreacting because, like I said, you married a whole man.
Yeah.
And that whole man has a whole child that he is trying to hold down.
Oh, baby.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
So people are writing in, Mom naked in front of her.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
This one, I'm going to shorten it, but this is at the 813. It says, I've been raising my 4 kids basically by myself for about the past 3 years now. And my kid's mother is so far gone on drugs to where I can see it in her weight loss and I can't help her. Should I report her to the courts so that she can get the help she needs?
Ooh, is that the only way? I mean, once you get on paperwork to the courts, now you might not be able to control the outcome of that. Like, I would look at everything first before you go the court route. Courts can help you, but that's got to be a last, because that's a commitment. You can't go into court and just be like, you know what, we just gonna figure it out and walk out and just be like, never mind. You now in the system.
Now they're involved.
Yeah. So I mean, you Karen is great. Ask some other people if there's any other way besides going to the court to get some sort of help. Family members, somebody who got some influence, mentors, whatever. Try and go that route if you really care about it. It's a little bit more work. It's harder than going to the court, but it's a little bit less egregious.
Yeah.
You know?
I got one that just came in out of the 813. I work at a job where my ex just started working. I'm currently married, and my wife says she has no issue with it, but I can tell it bothers her. What should I do? Oh, Lord.
Don't go to lunch with her. That's my first suggestion.
Ever.
Yeah, you can't really talk to her and stuff like that. But one thing I will say, if your wife is okay with it, but she says she's okay with it, but it bothers her.
It's annoying.
You need to give her the security that she's really looking for. And don't try to befriend this woman. Don't really. I mean, I'm not going to say don't talk to her because you work together. You're going to have to talk.
Boundaries.
Probably in some capacity. But yes, set those boundaries. And just give your wife, girlfriend, the security that, his wife. So give your wife the security that, you're not going to do anything stupid. If
One thing you might want to do is stop because I thought about this. Stop referring to your ex as your ex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Because I had that epiphany. We were talking about something, and I have a really good friend who I dated a lifetime ago who has a full family, kids, beautiful family. I know everybody in the family. And I was saying something referring to her texting in a conversation we were having, and I got ready to say my ex. And I'm like, you know what? I think she's graduated from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I don't need to keep identifying this person as just my ex. They're my friend. Mm-hmm. They got a married family. You know what I'm saying? Like, why keep doing that? Now the kids are getting older. Like, wait, really, mommy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, people should be able to stop being your ex at some point, right?
As long as I'm aware that you guys had a previous relationship.
Right. But this lady does.
Yes.
So she's like, I don't have a problem with her. So, like, that's awesome. So why don't you just say, now this is my coworker.
Right, exactly.
This is just a coworker now. This isn't my ex. We're not trying to talk about all that because my wife's good with it. Let's forget that part and let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing that a lot of people do when they're in relationships, like they make it a problem in their head, and it might not necessarily be a problem. Like she might not even be bothered. Like she just might be annoyed at the fact that you got your ex working there. Yeah. But if she's telling you it's okay, and as long as you don't act like there's a problem with it, there won't be a problem with it. But if you're going to put that much into it, like telling her and then, oh, yeah, I got to tell you this. Oh, look what she did today.
Every step.
Yeah, every step. Don't do that. Like, stop talking about her.
Edwin just texted us out of 863 just to say the hell with that. Take it to courts because the kids come first. I did it and I got full custody of my daughter. So that is,
wow.
If it's a definitive, like there's no help to be made, that just know that could be the outcome and you can get your child to be safe. Yeah. All right. I think that's it.